Yo, special guest in the building, my dog Mike Taylor. Travis Scott's Utopia album review. Hot Q's is back again. Yo, what the hell is going on? It's your boy DJ Aaron Michael, the host of the Queued Up podcast, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Right. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Queued Up.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Episode 28.
Yes, sir.
We are in the building right now. We are super excited to have you guys here. Once again, I'm your boy DJ Aaron Michael. Shout out to the whole squad in the building right now. You guys are now locked into the Queued Up podcast, man. Yo, it's hot in Arizona right now. I know it's hot everywhere, but it's hot in Arizona.
It's hot as fuck.
You feel me?
It's a different kind of hot.
Yeah, you know, we're shooting on a Monday and it was only 100 degrees today, and it felt fucking amazing. So
It really did.
No, for real.
100 degrees, it felt amazing. Yo, we're so happy to have you guys here once again, showing love. We just had our first ever Queued Up game night last week, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everybody who came and showed love out there. I won at every game. I didn't lose at all.
Big cap.
I didn't lose to not a single soul.
Put a big cap on the screen.
I don't lose.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he didn't beat me in one game.
Did we even play? What game?
Yeah, we bowled. I won.
Oh, that bowling game was
And
fucking
then I
epic,
kicked
though.
your ass at Connect 4.
You did. You did.
You lost
I actually
to us
beat
in
his-
skee ball.
What? I thought I won a game of skee ball.
You didn't. Your mom won and then Kayla won.
You want to know the worst
Slander.
thing about me beating you at Connect 4, though? Is I beat his mom, and then he came to avenge her, and then I beat him.
Damn.
Well, I'm gonna beat your ass in the parking lot then. All right, so there you go. All right. Yo, real quick, shout out to the whole squad in the building. Chewy, I love you. Cisco, Dimitri, what up? RC,
Yep.
Artie, what's up? Yo, we got a jam pack. Before I get to you, hold on one second.
Yeah,
okay?
take your time. Take
All
your
right,
time.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yo, we have a jam pack show for you guys today. Okay, we're gonna be talking about the Utopia album from Travis Scott. He's been hyping this shit up for months now. Maybe even longer. It's maybe even been like a few years we've been hearing about Utopia, and it's been delayed and pushed back. But we're gonna give you our opinions on it. Dimitri's not happy with how I think about it. We're doing another round of hot cues today, talking about the big ass combat sports weekend that was this past weekend with the UFC, boxing, also Bronny James' health update and stuff like that, and a couple of movie reviews. Okay, so stick around for that. But first, we got a special guest in the building today. Okay, former D1 athlete, you know, co-host of the up-and-coming podcast, the What in the Actual podcast right now.
For sure.
All around great guy. Shout out to my brother Mike Taylor in the building, man.
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
There you go.
Thank you for having me, man. You know, I appreciate you coming on here, you know, showing some love, you know, just see what y'all, you know, I like what y'all got going on already. Some of y'all shit fun. Not some. Most of y'all shit funny. Especially because I don't get the aspect on my show with like a big group of guys. It's more like a girl and a guy perspective. So sometimes I be like corny, and you know how she be coming after me sometimes, and I just be had to take that shit. You know what I mean? You know, I got to tread softly. But I like how y'all got y'all show, you know, kind of, you know, more of like a boys thing. I'm just like, oh, that shit's fire, you know.
It's a gift and a curse because trust
100%,
me. Yeah,
100%.
because like, hey, shout out to Aubrey Red, but man, if we had a woman presence here, we might even get more views, maybe.
Yeah,
please.
100%. Facts. But at the same time, though, you give her, y'all, I mean, guys like watching podcasts with just guys so they can get that perspective, you know, too as well. Like there's times where I feel like I'd say certain stuff on that podcast that won't resonate with her, but then would resonate with us. You know what I mean? So it make more sense. But no, it's different perspectives on everything, which is cool. You know, that's what it's all about. Getting different sources, you know, different perspectives, everything and anything. So I think it's dope. Y'all just keep going, keep doing your thing. Shit, y'all could ask me to be on show anytime. I'll be here every week.
Nice. Hey, I mean, don't say that because
That's what happened to me.
Anytime. All right, then every time. So speaking of your podcast and everything like that, bro, when we talked a little bit beforehand, I recognized you out in Scottsdale from your podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was like a Sunday fun day. I'm like, I seen that guy.
Yeah.
I seen him, but we didn't really know each other. So, you know, I had a little bit of liquid courage. I ain't gonna lie. I had a few green tea shots. The sun magnified it. So I was like, yeah, I can go talk to him. He seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I mean, and the crazy thing that you say that is like now it's crazy though. Like when we first started, obviously consistency is key. You know what I mean? So we were just being consistent. But now lately, when I've been going out and whatnot, people be like, well, you look familiar. And it'll either be from football, from my career or whatnot,
Yep.
or it'll be from, bro, I watch your podcast. And I was like, swear, for real? Like, it was a guy that was working out at the gym, and he came up to me and was like, bro, you're on What in the Actual Fuck? I was like, yeah, that's our podcast. He was like, bro, I watch that shit all the time, bro. You're funny as fuck, bro. That shit. And to me, that honestly, regardless of the money or anything like that, I think that's what brings me the most joy is like when you go out and you're actually making content that people enjoy. You know what I mean? And that's really my philosophy for the podcast is just to give your input, but then also make it funny. Not really trying to say controversial shit like as some people would say. Like I'm gonna speak my part, you know what I mean, and be true to myself. But I'm not going to, say some crazy stuff. Like I know this one girl has a podcast. She be saying some of the craziest shit.
Right.
But it works because ignorance works. You know what I mean? It gets haters is what's gonna pay the bills, and there's a lot of them. But and same with us. There's a lot of people that be hating. And I ain't mad at you. You watching every week, so you doing me a favor. But nah, I've enjoyed it. It's become a part of my life that I never really thought. I mean, it started as an idea, and now it's turned into, something that I really enjoy. And then it's also helped me as a person mentally. With my mental health. I'm a big advocate about mental health. That's something for me as a man, an athlete, and a black man is I'm pushing, it's something that I'm push heavy is like, listen, there's nothing wrong with going to see a therapist. There's nothing wrong talking about your feelings. There's nothing wrong. Right. Don't be ashamed about that. And I've been big on that, but it's also helped me in terms of not really giving a fuck what other people got to say or think. You know what I mean? Because I used to be that person that I was like, when I first started the podcast, I was like, damn, bro, what are people gonna think about this? Right. And as time went on, I was just like, I don't care what you think. That's me. That's me as a person. You know what I mean? And the more I stayed true to myself, the more I became proud of myself, and the content got better because I wasn't holding anything back. You know what I mean? I was speaking the truth. You know what I mean?
And it's more authentic that way.
100%. 100%. And I mean, I don't say when we first started I was like lying. It was more just me holding back. You know what I mean? And as we went on and got more and more comfortable, I just started to really open up, and bam, it started growing.
That takes me to a question I had for you. Do you feel any pressure, or did you at any point feel any pressure to represent certain sides of an argument just because of like you said, you are a black male athlete with this platform? Did you feel any certain pressure, or do you still, to represent certain sides of an argument that may not be so popular?
Yes, I think so. I would agree 100%. You know what I mean? I think there's certain things that, like, when you get a question or you're in a situation and whatnot, you think about, you try to think about, okay, what is my answer going to be, and how could that affect me in a sense? Right. But I feel like there's certain situations, like, for example, we were an episode where we were talking about mental health, right? And not a lot of, growing up, you know what I mean, obviously as a black man who plays sports, all of y'all probably play sports and grew up, we were shown, don't show no weakness, don't be crying, which is understandable. I mean, we was, in our head, it was like, man, ain't nobody gonna see me cry, I'm the best player, this and that. Right. And I had to take a stance on that because I was like, listen, we need to stop this stigma where it's like, there's nothing wrong with crying, there's nothing wrong with letting your kids express themselves, their emotions and whatnot. And some people aren't going to agree with me. Some people will. But that was a stance that was like 50-50. I can go one side or the other. Yeah. So it really just depends. But then there's certain situations where it's just like, I'm gonna just say truly what I feel. Yeah. And
see, I think that's just like the number one issue with being, like, with us in our culture, like being young black men, is that we're all taught just to bottle that shit up. And don't you let it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you let that shit out. And the good thing about this podcast, with us being friends and all from the same culture in a way, but we all still bring our different flavors. Like RC brings his, Artie brings his, and stuff like that. It's kind of like a group therapy session that we have.
Listen, it is.
Yeah,
no, 100%.
On some real shit.
100%. And I think, to me, that, like, there's so many stories, so many things that I have never expressed, right? Until I got the platform to express them. And there's still stuff that I'm going to express over time. But it's just like, it's therapeutic. You know what I mean? It really is. Like, to get certain stuff off my chest that I was just like, damn, bro, I've been holding it back. You know what I mean? Sure. With relationships. And I think, and now that I'm single now, you know, when I'm dating, I make it very clear. I was like, listen, I have a podcast. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you have an issue with something I say or how I do or whatnot, that's on you. That's something that you need to work on, not necessarily me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm a TV personality. You know what I mean? That's my job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our job here is to perform. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
we want to stay true to ourselves, but you know, I'm a hype shit up too as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's my job. But if you take offense to every little thing, because I've had people I've talked to who've taken offense or like, oh, I can't talk to you no more. You know, you said like disagree on something very really small.
I'll be like, good.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bet. I'm just weeding out the weak, you know what I mean? Because then I've had girls who watch the podcast and they're like, oh, I love this, I love that, and I'm just like, you can stay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rest of y'all can get to step it, you know what I mean?
But I think that's a really good, in a way, a really good reflection of kind of like, you know, that conversation where they'd be like, you know, you get a girl and how she was, you know, trying to tell a girl who maybe she posts her ass and shit like that on social media, and then trying to tell her like, hey, stop doing this when we together. It's very much the same thing. Like,
100%.
I'm already doing this podcast. You know what you're getting into. Like, if you don't like it, you're not going to change it. You might as well, you know, you get with it or get lost.
100%. 100%.
Real quick, I don't mean to interrupt. I have to kind of jump in on Artie's point, or real quick. So when we say like, oh, we get a girl that like she's shaking her ass like on Instagram and stuff like that, right? And then once you get into a relationship with her, would you still want her shaking her ass on like?
I wouldn't date her I wouldn't date her seriously in the first place.
Okay,
If
all
she,
right.
so let's look at, you know, if she's, what's the, like you said, she's shaking ass on Instagram. Like, what is the principle in terms of like, is she at a pool party or is she a stripper or like, what is you have to? I was one of those at one point.
Yeah.
I was one of those people where, you know, oh, you showing too nah. And I've slowly over the time I became more open to be like, listen, if this, you know. Like, I've talked to a girl who's done OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, at first, when the OnlyFans trend came out, I was, like, very, you know, not skeptical, but I was like, I don't think that's necessary for me. Not knocking the women who do that. Go get
Right,
your
right.
bag,
That's
go make
what
your
I'm
money.
saying.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
saying,
I'm
yeah. But it's not for everyone. Like you said, it's not for everyone. But I've also got to the point where it's just like, listen, we all, you know, not make mistakes, but we all have, you know, we all have goals, aspirations, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've learned that some girls, you know, or people do OnlyFans so then they can get to the next goal or whatnot. It is what it is.
It's easy money. I mean, shit.
100%. You know what I mean? But I think the shaking ass, you know, to me, here's how I've seen it. I was like, if my girl gonna shake ass, right, on social media, as long as she know that she with me, you know what I mean? And long as all the other dudes know that she with me, then that's it. And we have a relationship, and we trust each other on the relationship. I'm gonna be there throwing dollars for her.
Hey.
I'm gonna be the biggest hype man
There you
because
go.
at the end of the day, yeah, she might be throwing ass, but she coming on to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And she, you know what I mean? And she not stepping out on me.
You know what? My bad. You know what I think is funny about this is like it's proving a point too of just like I don't even know why people get mad if somebody doesn't like some, like for example, if a girl told me, because a girl told me this straight up before, she was like, I don't date light skinned dudes.
Yeah.
And I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad.
listen,
I just be like, okay, cool.
And
But,
I hate
yeah.
that. I think there's something I could talk about all this shit for days, but I hate shit like that. Where like, oh, you like if
I don't even care. I'm
Yeah.
just like, cool.
Or like
yeah,
lately
not
when I
tripping.
moved here, the number one thing I got was like, oh, what's your sign? I'm like, what does it matter if I'm a Libra, a Kebra, a
Right.
Debra? It
Right.
don't matter. Like that shit doesn't make any like. Yes, do I say that some of the traits may go hand in hand? 100%. That doesn't mean if I say, girl, oh, you're a Virgo. Oh no, I can't.
See,
That's stupid.
They be doing the most, bro. Especially when they start
no,
asking
that
you, like, wait, what time were you born?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. All right.
And I mean, we did a whole
Police.
reading about that though, and is it accurate at times? It's scary accurate at times. But even if like something is scary accurate, because that's what it says, that doesn't mean I'm gonna take that and apply it to you. I still need to see what I'm getting
Right.
myself into.
100%.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, and my point with that and why I always kind of mess around with girls like that is, and they'll ask me like, what's my sign? And then I'll tell them like, I'm a Libra. And then I said, okay, now I get to ask you some questions. And I'll ask them like 3 questions, like, what's your favorite thing to do? What do you do for work? And then then just something random. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's a great like childhood memory? And then she'll be like, blah 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 blah. And then I say, okay, now who do you think knows more about the other person right now?
Wow, that's good.
See?
And then they go,
I like. No, listen, I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that because you're right. I mean, it's just
You can't
that.
be putting a female on blast on the first date. Don't even have
No,
to feel
but you
like
can though. You know,
Slam
You
dunk.
can.
on that.
Yeah,
but
right.
sometimes you have to because some I think out here lately some girls are used to pushovers. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And
Especially the bad ones.
100%. And I've made it very clear. Like, listen, I ain't no push. Like I could be petty. I could be petty. Like I'll drop you for the littlest thing. You know what I mean?
What's the smallest thing you would drop a
100%. I'm gonna tell you because I done said everybody. If you know me, really know me, you know this is my pet peeve.
All right, what you got?
If you address me as boy, now I don't. Now there's
what are we talking
they
about?
think the first time I say that they was like oh because you a grown man. I was like no, that's not necessarily the reason. The reason is boy is a derogatory term if it's used in a derogatory way. For example, I've been pulled over before, right?
Oh.
And my license plate came across as I guess it was a mistake, but it said hesitation and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, I got not pulled from the car, but asked out, you know, and before he asked my name, he was like, hey boy, what your name is? And I'm just like,
No, sir.
and I'm like, and I didn't trip. I was like, my name is da-da-da. But at the same time, it's just like, listen, if you think back, I try to really tell people this. I was like, when you think back, the word boy, a lot of slave owners use that. You know what I mean? If they're not calling you the N-word, they're calling you, hey boy, get, or hey boy, get over here. And now, I'm not sitting here saying that every time somebody calls me boy, I start to get defensive. But I'll make it known, like, hey, listen, I don't really like that. And it's not because I'm a grown-ass man. I just know where that term comes from. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's like, oh, sometimes you'll be like, oh, you a big boy or whatnot, or boy, please. There's certain phrases where it's like, okay. But then there's certain times where it's like, I'm not feeling that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's just one of my little pet peeves, you know what I mean? But I don't try and lash out at people when I
Right,
say
right.
it. It's
Yeah,
more
like-
of like, let me educate you. You know what I
No.
mean? And I've learned since I moved here in Arizona, there was another thing that I had to educate because I come from Florida. I'm from Orlando, where we do stuff a little bit differently. And I peeped when I came out here was like, we have a very Hispanic community out here. Right?
Yeah.
Which I love Hispanic people. Yeah, I love them to death.
Damn right.
Yeah, but I was seeing that a lot of Hispanic people were saying the N-word.
The
So
N-word, yeah.
so like, and I wasn't sitting here looking at it as like tripping in a sense, but at the same time I was tripping because I was like, I don't see this back home.
It's a
So this
culture
is-
shock for
Yeah,
sure.
so it was different. You know what I mean? And then they're not using it as a derogatory term. It's just as if we were using
Uh-huh.
it.
Right,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So to me, I was just like, this is different. You know what I mean? And it was a situation where I was in the gym, and dude, this is when I first got here, and I wasn't used to this. And the dude said it, and he was like more of the white Hispanic,
Uh-huh,
but I
yeah.
didn't make an assumption. But I was like, hey, I was polite. I was like, hey, bro, you know, you gotta be careful, you know, how you say that. Not saying I was like, regardless, you can say whatever you want behind closed doors with your friends. That's all you, right?
Right.
But you got to be mindful in a public area where you say certain stuff. Because I came up politely trying to educate you. Other motherfuckers
Everybody.
ain't gonna
Right,
do that.
Right, no,
Everybody-
it's
right.
swing first, ask questions later. with a lot of
100%.
people.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, listen, bro, I'm just trying to help you. Don't get all. He was starting to get defensive. I was like, you know, bro, I understand that your black friends let you do that. That's fine. But I'm saying, like, you also have to be mindful where you at. You know what I
Right.
mean, because you go to Florida and you say that in certain parts of Florida, we're not having that.
Right.
We're not. You know what I mean?
I heard somebody say, and it would crack me up because they said, yeah, anybody can say the N-word, but the results may vary. Like, depending where you at, the results may vary. You might be able to
100%.
say it with your homies, but don't say it in front of Unc. You know what I'm saying?
And just to throw this out there, because I know we got a lot of people that listen. If you are not black and you're using that word, you should have some level of, I guess, respect, so that when a situation like that, like you came up politely to correct them,
Yeah.
you should have enough respect for just everyone at large to be able to take that and be like, yo, dog, I understand it's like mixed company or whatever, like, and just kind of roll with the punches instead of getting defensive.
Yeah.
Because I think getting defensive, because now you trying to tell me that like you can use something that's offensive to me, and it's just a whole thing. Whereas if you just move with the understanding of, yo, I recognize that this is a different word from y'all's community. Like, my boys back home don't really care, but like, obviously it's like there's a way to go about it. And if you are using that word in your everyday language, I just feel like you should have some level of respect to, like, when someone like you comes up politely to address it, just be more cool about it.
Yeah, like you should expect that. Hey, if I'm gonna say the N word to a black man or who what seems to be a black person, I should probably be ready for whatever comes with that.
100%. And I was more so telling him, like, listen, be my and I think the thing that kind of made me upset was, like, as I was talking to him, he kind of ignored me, so I had to keep my cool. You know what I mean? And I had to remember, listen, this is a young man. At the end of the day, I feel like the mistake that some of us makes is we act on our actions so quickly where we can educate. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I felt like as God is my witness, as much as I had to really I had to take 2 steps back to then take 10 forward. Yeah. And I was like, listen, let me educate you. It's like, if I was trying to fight you, I would have knocked you out right then and there. You know what I mean? Yeah. But listen, here I am trying to talk to you, and you ignore me, and I'm coming to you man to man, like, hey, bro, all I'm trying to tell you. And his friend stepped in and was like, nah, you're right. I was like, listen, all I'm trying to tell him is just be mindful of where you're at. Right.
Wait, so let me ask you real quick. Were y'all hooping, or you were just like at the gym?
No, I was at the gym. I was warming up. About to work out, and he was to the left of me, and he was hitting the bag, and he said it to his homeboy, like, hey, da-da-da, come over here. And
your ears perked up. He said, work?
Yeah.
He said, hold on.
No, 100%. Because it threw me off.
Let me analyze this situation. Okay, hold on.
It threw me off, bro.
Let me scan your blackness real quick. Hold on.
It threw me off. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, back home, we have a lot of Dominicans, right?
Yeah.
But Dominican is a source of black.
Right,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, but at the
They're
same
like
time,
Afro-Latino or
100%,
Afro...
which is Afro-Latino. Yeah. But, you know, I didn't come at him to be like, oh, let's fight. No, I was like, hey, bro, I don't know where you from, you know, but where I come from, you just have to be mindful. I didn't sit here and say, hey, bro, you better stop saying that word till I, punch you in the mouth. I was like, bro, be mindful of where you say that. If that's you, I don't care what you say behind closed doors. I ain't your daddy, you know what I mean? Or I ain't the N-word police.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm doing us a disservice if I don't educate.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, it says a lot about you how you handled that subject. Very mature and very like us forward. Like, there's a lot of us that appreciate you handling that situation.
I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that one, bro. Because a lot of people would think in that type of situation it would be on something that black people are just ready. You know what I'm saying? But no, we're better than that.
Yeah.
You know, people push us. So let me ask you real quick, Mike. I kind of want to get back on topic with at least one more question.
Yeah.
So your podcast, you guys been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah.
You guys have been gaining more views on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? A lot of views on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, at least for the short form content. What's next for you guys? Like what's kind of coming down the pipe, you know, for you and your crew?
I mean, I think right now we're just gonna keep growing or keep trying to push content, keep growing. We are gonna try and maybe bring on more guests. I think that's a goal of ours. Yeah, we you know, I got you.
If y'all looking to get a DJ on, you know, I know.
That listen, I think we never had a big group. You know, I think the most we've had is 2 people. So I think it'd be kind of dope if we had like 3 people on there.
What's crazy is he was just talking about himself.
Whoa, I didn't want to just invite other people.
I was thinking the whole crew, but no, real talk. I think
Selfish.
No,
I do think that like a big group would be kind of dope. Because I'll tell you this, Ivory is a fighter. So if you disagree with a situation, she won't come with you. She like for example, that statement he made earlier. Yeah. You know, she probably would have disagreed with that, and she would have came for your life.
Oh, Artie gonna say some shit. Artie knows how to get under your skin.
Oh, 100%.
Right? This guy's the shit kicker.
Yeah,
no,
but I
like
think
that,
it'll be. I think it'll be good conversation though.
Yeah,
not
be healthy. Yeah,
good healthy conversation. Yeah. But then there's certain perspectives where she can give us a perspective, and we can kind of answer the question or see how we would go about that. But I think we're growing. You know what I mean? I've committed to this, and I plan on keeping that commitment, and we're just going to keep growing, keep pushing. I think I'm going to bring more personality.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have. I do a lot of screaming on there. My facial expressions are what brings the people, because I be doing a lot of facial expressions, a lot of outlandish shit. You know, I think the ass eating comment got me pretty viral.
Why does ass eating get so much views? I already was talked about
because let's be honest, like it's an uncomfortable situation. You know what I mean? Like we had a question where a girl asked, or obviously, like us guys, do we get our ass ate? You know what I mean?
Here we go.
And that was it's
break the glass, Dimitri.
It's controversial. You know what I mean? So
Express something.
so it is, but yeah, we're just gonna keep growing, man, and just keep pushing it.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
I feel that. Yeah, real quick though, because I was just thinking about it, because I like that he kind of explained one of his boundaries, like in a relationship. Mm-hmm. I never asked you this. Do you have like any boundaries that you set with a girl, like before you get with her, to tell her like, yo, this is what I'm not cool with, Aaron?
Oh, like this. Hey, what you mean? Hell no. Hey, relax.
Aaron's like, I'm with everything.
Look, okay, no. Now you just pressing buttons.
Treat me how you want to treat me.
No. Spit on me. I don't care. No, cigs, like cigarettes.
Okay.
For the longest time, like for me, like for the longest time, I couldn't date a girl that smoked weed, because I don't smoke. You know, only thing I really ever do is drink. That's it. I'm pretty much a fucking square if I had to say anything. So weed was like, man, I'm like, I don't want a girl to smoke. That's not very feminine in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But then getting older and realizing that a lot of people, and also marijuana does have a lot of good use for like anxiety, some like mental health and stuff like that. Like it's not the end all be all. So I've dated girls that nowadays almost not everyone, but a lot of women nowadays. And a lot of people in general, smoke weed. And it's just a natural, common thing, especially now that weed is legal in most places. So,
yeah. I mean, I think it was like kind of like that at one point, but I gotten over it. There are some like do's and don'ts for me. Like the boy one, that's more of like, listen, I've educated. I told you that I don't like it, and let's try and stay away from it. But I can't really do the cats thing. I don't really fuck with cats.
So if she has a cat, she's out
right there with you.
I'll give it some leeway sometimes, but bro, I'm getting to a point now where like cats, I like dogs, but right now, if you don't have the space or the means for your animals, you shouldn't have. When I say that, I mean that in the most respectful way, because I'm all for animals.
I like this
but
guy.
like, if you have a small apartment but 3-4 massive dogs, it's not gonna work.
Oh yeah, hell no.
But people force it.
But see,
you know what I mean?
cats are cool though, bro. Cats be minding their business. They don't give a shit about
Listen,
what
here's
you
the
do.
problem with that. Cats be minding their business in the kitchen sink, in the fridge.
kitchen counter.
That's
You
what
cook,
that's
when
what
you clean.
the owner allows.
See, that's
the owner
what
allows that. Go ahead, RC.
So I'm allergic to cats. So it's a zero tolerance for me. I can't.
Well, that's
do
so
it.
you
I
don't
fuck with
die. So that's important.
Well, yeah,
that's
that
fair.
that too. But this is
fair.
a weird question. Somebody asked me this a while ago, and I meant to ask y'all this. Please, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but just roll with me for half a second. Do y'all look at black people a different way if they got cats?
I don't.
I mean,
Is it different? Is it like, think of how many
That's
black people
tripping me
you know
out.
that got
is.
cats?
I mean, I never really
niggas
thought
be
about
having
that.
cats?
But
What the
honestly,
hell?
though, listen, you're right though. I think I would, because when it comes with a dog, no. But if I see a black person with a cat, I'll be like,
They on a
in my head, I'll
different
be
type
like,
of time.
I know your mother ain't raised you.
They
right.
on a different
Wow.
Because in my mother's household, we not allowed to have pets. Where I come from, we don't believe that pets belong in the house.
house.
And if they do belong in the house, they have their own area. If they don't have their own area, then they shouldn't belong in the house. And I know for a fact my mother never had cats in the house, nor do many black moms allow
Thank you.
cats. Now, dogs are one thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But cats in the house
Specifically
are
cats. I don't know why.
are a no-go, because they're roamers, you know what I mean? They do their own thing, and you let them do their own thing. But the problem with that is they do their own thing. And they can,
Listen, a lot of cats. Look,
They be up on that
put your
counter.
business out there.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because Artie
No.
has cats.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's making
okay.
me
Oh,
think.
I didn't know
Hey, you making me think now, because now I'm
Kick his
looking
cat out.
around like, damn, I don't know a lot of black, especially black men with cats.
But your
No.
cat was cool. I mean, remember which one is the one that used to always go outside?
Oh,
'Cause-
Nimbus?
Yeah, Nimbus. I already had a cat named Nimbus. When I used to pull up to his house back, like when I used to live in Glendale, like every time I would walk up to the door, it'd be like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, some late shit. The cat would be right next to me, like meow. Like that cat was a street cat. That cat was a certified hood You know what I'm saying? That cat was out there running the streets and would come in when I came in, and then whenever I left, he would zoom out the door until he just never came back.
Yeah,
the streets got him. So I'm saying
I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
but that cat was cool. Like that cat, you could actually like you could be like sit, stay, shake. Like it like
Y'all had it
it was like
trained?
it was like trained for real.
So yeah, I don't think black people should be treated differently. If
No. Nobody said anything about treating them differently.
or being looked at differently.
It's something that you don't see a lot of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like black men, you don't see a lot of black men with cats.
Right.
Like, and they live by themselves with a cat. Now,
Right.
black women, yeah, okay, that's more understandable, or with a dog, but it's not something you see every day.
100%.
I would rather have a cat. I mean, I love dogs, but your dog, you gotta walk them and shit. Cats, man, you know, hey, bro, you good, right?
But to his point, they be good on that kitchen counter. On
They
like
gonna
in
go
the
anywhere.
Like when you eating cereal, they want to come pop their head up in the
Well,
middle.
see, that's when you gotta like nudge, like no, all right.
No, so, I mean-
no.
But
I feel it though. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to come at nobody personally.
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Flight
I can-
night.
If somebody asked me that, and I was like, you know, now that I think about it, my aunties and them had dogs, and like you said, the dogs was outside. Like, this is a newer thing in my life, dogs being in the house.
Yeah.
Because we have a dog.
It's so hot though. You
It's a
gotta
little
bring 'em in
little
here.
chihuahua, but I was like, bro, I really. So I wasn't trying to come at nobody directly, but
No.
I thought about it and it kind of messed me up. So I was like, let me ask
But
you.
like that's a good like for example, I think this was like back when I was in high school and middle school, somebody asked me, it was like, hey, do you look at black people differently if they eat mayonnaise? I was like I was like, nah, I eat mayonnaise. I mean, I put a little mayonnaise on my shit sometimes, you know what I mean? I put mayonnaise with ketchup and mix that bitch up, you know what I mean? And that shit's fire.
No, but mayonnaise straight though, Mike. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, what you gonna eat mayonnaise straight with though?
bruh, look, I go to Subway, all right, and I don't know why my taste buds have been changing. I don't know, but I used
No,
to like.
you put mayonnaise on the sub, that's fine.
Yeah, like one line. Like I tell them,
See,
like one.
there's no
straight,
issue with
like,
that.
Skinny ass. Like
Okay.
I just want the hint taste of it. I
Listen,
don't want it hanging off the sandwich
there-
like undercover brother.
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
now that's where I think a lot of us got the spectrum of mayonnaise from Undercover
That
Brother
movie.
because
Yeah.
they were making mayonnaise sandwiches, and I was like, people eat sandwiches with just mayonnaise? Like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Nah.
Like, I
Tuna
didn't
and mayonnaise on white bread is crazy.
The thing that grossed me out is when I
Well, I'm not a
found
big
out that
tuna
people ate like French fries and hot dogs with just mayonnaise on it instead of
The hot dogs is disgusting. I can't see French fries is meant to be with ketchup. Okay, hot dogs is ketchup, mustard, relish.
That's
okay?
just the way things are.
Yes, mayonnaise can go on certain things, but it has to be combined with something.
Right.
Mayonnaise
can't be too
straight
much.
to me is just And when people like, I love Wendy's. Don't get me wrong, but they just be overdoing with the mayonnaise sometimes. And sometimes I just be listen, y'all got to chill. I see more mayonnaise on this motherfucking burger than ketchup. Like,
They're like, yeah, this guy, like, they know something about you. They're like, this guy wants extra mayonnaise. We ain't even gonna ask him. Let me ask, Cisco, are you a mayonnaise guy? Yes or no?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, true.
Okay, yeah, see, that's
Weird.
different.
The hot and
All right,
spicy
yeah.
is like
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
easy. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you a mayonnaise ass, bro. D, don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me.
I mean, wait, I get.
You probably got something by your bed right now, don't you?
Hell
Bro,
no.
I don't like mayo.
Okay.
I don't. I did, but then I stopped. Like.
Okay.
I just can't do like miracle.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Miracle?
they
Whip?
do taste a little different.
It's a little different.
They taste like sweet or something.
Well-
And it's not. That's not.
So let me ask the people, yo, in the comments below, let us know if y'all mayonnaise people or not. Or is it just skip on that brother should not eat mayonnaise? What is mayonnaise?
It's eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Just
why
like
it goes
whipped up
It
eggs.
goes good with like tuna salad or shit like that.
See, I'm not a big tuna guy though, man.
Yeah, neither or like devil's eggs. You put it in the mixture, double eggs
Yeah,
too.
see, my mom.
Yeah.
My mom's the devil egg queen. Shout out to my mom, Miss Love. Yo, so all right, that's a little bit into your background, Mike. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Getting a
appreciate
chance
it.
to know you and stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next segment, Hot Cues. And if you're new to this, new to our channel, Hot Cues is going to be like basically like rapid fire topics of things going around the interweb, and we try to give our opinion in like 3 to 5 minutes per topic. We usually fail because we like talking a whole lot of shit about stuff, so we're going to see how the thing goes. Topic number 1. Netflix dropped a new movie it's been maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks now, called They Clone Tyrone, featuring John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and a few other celebrities and stuff like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that movie. Raise your hand if you've seen it. They clone Tyrone. Okay, Artie, you haven't
watch
seen
it?
it?
I was gonna watch it the other day, but then I was like, they released new episodes of Baki, and I don't know if y'all probably don't watch Baki.
That's the
but-
anime.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
the one about like this kid and his dad's like the strongest dude in the world, and he want to beat up his dad.
Oh,
and
shit.
then like,
Damn.
See, I'm
yeah,
trying to.
it's crazy. It's wild though. Like
I'm trying to get into the anime, but it's real tough for me.
you gotta find something like
Well, so I have one show that I live by. Like I'm an old school. When it comes to anime, I don't do too much of it. But when it comes to it, I'm an old school Gundam guy. I'm like from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. That type of Gundam. That's my stuff.
Yeah.
But like more of the anime now, like I'm trying to find like a newer show. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, Netflix really does have some good animes though. Like I think it's Transylvania or Castlevania.
yeah, that Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania. That was a pretty good anime that I was like, oh shit, that's a pretty good.
I think you might have liked that one because I feel like they tried to kind of bring a hint of that 90s anime style into that one.
Yeah.
But I think if you like Gundam, just because like I do art, like that's like half of what I do for a living. But I would say like Evangelion is one. Gundam is kind of dark sometimes, so it's like maybe like Berserk. But Berserk, you gotta like you gotta smoke weed after you watch Berserk. It make you feel sad, bro. Like his life sucks.
Damn. Well, speaking about
But yeah,
lives,
anyways, yeah, my bad, bro.
No, you good,
See,
you good.
exactly.
No,
This is what we just said.
see,
We
this is
be-
what
we-
happens. All right, I gotta wrangle everybody back in. Speaking of lives that suck, so if you haven't
Damn.
seen, they clone. No, because I mean, hey, look, Tyrone's life in the movie is
Oh,
based.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the movie's
I thought
based
you were talking
about
about Jamie Foxx.
a drug dealer, a pimp, and a hoe in the South.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's based around a dude named Fontaine. I don't know if his first name is Tyrone.
Fontaine means
No, it was
cheese.
Fontaine.
It's a
Remember
type
the
of
very
cheese.
last guy that was in
Yeah,
California?
but I didn't know that was his last name. And I didn't know if Tyrone was maybe his first name and Fontaine was his last name. I didn't know. Well, we never knew his full name, did we? I don't know. Maybe we did.
I think they might have said it, but I think the title just came from like that last clip,
Gotcha.
like just more.
Give me
of
a little
stereotypical
rundown of
black
So, all right,
man.
so you
Yeah.
want a quick synopsis of the movie?
Yeah.
All right, so Fontaine's a drug dealer, okay, in the hood, in like a poor neighborhood. Has to go get money from his pimp. Not his pimp, but his
I was
friend.
like, what?
one of his customers.
One of his customers. Sorry. Gets the money, and by the time he tries to leave with the money, he gets set up by a rival gang that was trying to creep on his turf, and they light his ass up and they kill him. Kill him right there in the parking lot. So next thing you know, Fontaine wakes up, and he wakes up he's sick
in his bed, not from the shooting, but like the next day in his
no
bed.
hospital or anything like that. It's not like he had to recover. Just wakes up and he continues life. But once he goes back around, he remembers, oh yeah, I got to go get money from Slick Charles. So he goes back, finds Jamie Foxx. Jamie's like, what the fuck? You were dead. And then it's just literally figuring out what the hell is going on in the neighborhood and stuff like that. The way that movie is filmed, they use actual film for it, so it's kind of like grainy and dark, and it's like a bunch of like South, like the music is like a bunch of like some old school R&B like Diana Ross and shit like that, and like some Houston flair to it. The
that sounds
ambient,
hard.
the ambiance for the fucking movie as a black sci-fi thriller movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. I think when I go home, I'm gonna throw that on. You know, just so. But I gotta really focus because I've seen it once, and I feel like I gotta watch it one more time to really hone in on it. But yeah, I thought it was from what I remember because it was a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, I'm just like, this shit is some deep. Like there's a deeper message to this.
Oh no, there is.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's based about the food that we eat and the neighborhoods and like the black neighborhoods that are still just constantly just black on black crime and violence and us, you know what I'm saying, doing dirty shit to ourselves, and why like it's kind of a conspiracy theory movie where like why the government will want to keep us down and stuff like that. But it opens a lot of eyes. RC, what did you think about it?
Yeah, I don't want to jump out the window too soon. Well, first of all, I'm super biased. Anything Jamie Foxx, I'm all in. Like that's my guy. One of my favorite actor, comedian. Like the dude is just super talented.
Yeah.
Get well, Jamie. Get well.
He posted a video. He said
Yeah, he doing.
doing.
And the crazy thing is, like, when that movie came out, all of a sudden when he posted the video, everybody on social media started to troll him, like, "Oh, is he a clone?" And I'm just like, "Here y'all go, y'all just take it and just run with
I
it."
don't want to clone Jamie or Gucci Man, but
They were trying to say his head was like a different shape, but I'm like, y'all really don't know how like
Lenses work.
yeah, like bro, if you zoom
He
in a little bit,
looked skinnier, but he was in the hospital for a
Right.
minute. So I was just
Right.
like,
Exactly.
bro, let the man live, man.
Yeah, but so anything with Jamie Foxx, I'm already in. But I don't want to jump out the window. But I feel like it's I don't want to say instant classic, but that's gonna be one of my favorite movies for a while.
damn, I gotta watch it.
I just thought the way it was shot was amazing, incredible. That Fontaine character played by John
Boyega.
John Boyega.
That's his best
Out of
character.
there. Out of there.
That's
Really?
Out
that's
of
the
there.
best
I
role.
feel like I
John
need to go
Boyega
back and
had.
really see. I see. I'm mad at myself because I put it on and I wasn't really focused. I think I was, eating in and out of some shit, and I was too focused on the goddamn
Can't go
food.
wrong with In-N-Out.
My fat ass. But
If you had one of mine.
you lost.
Go finish your point. Finish your point. I'll cry in the car. I'm
But,
gonna edit out. It's all-
No, I think I need to go back and really watch it and like really take my time and dial into it because I feel like I'm missing pieces. But it looked like a good movie. You know what I mean? And like you said, Jamie Foxx. To me, Jamie Foxx don't miss.
It's a breath of fresh air, man, because a lot of movies nowadays are just rehashes of old movies and they're reboots and stuff like that and shit that we've seen. But we don't really have too many like fully black sci-fi thriller movies with actual big name actors. And the woman who played Yo-Yo, I don't remember her name, but she was amazing too.
She killed it.
But
And we honestly we have to give a round of applause to Netflix because one thing Netflix have been doing, like for example, The Harder They Fall when that came out, because that was an old western, but an all black with Idris and what's his name that was in it that played in Marvel.
well, Lakeith Stanfield, I think, was in it
He
too.
plays Kane the Conqueror now.
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Yes, sir.
Like when they came out with that, I was like, yo, this shit was fire.
Yeah, I love
Ross
that.
and
movie.
That's one of my favorite movies, and the soundtrack fire. But I'm just like, Netflix is really pushing more. It seems like they're pushing more black films, and I'm just like, listen, I applaud you.
So
man.
yeah, round of applause for Netflix. Hey, but let us share our passwords again.
For
all right,
real,
you
yeah.
bastards?
I was finna say-
All right?
Yeah, don't
Y'all
think we-
motherfucking stingy. Okay,
think
y'all
we
got your
forgot.
money. All right, I've been using my mama's password for Netflix for 10 years now. Okay, I don't want to change now. So yeah, if you haven't seen Day Clone Tyrone, go watch that shit. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Second
Highly
topic.
recommend.
So last weekend was a giant weekend in the name of combat sports. It was UFC shit. My dog Poirier got his ass knocked out. You know what I'm saying? The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, knocked that dude's ass out. Kevin Holland won again as well too. Are you a big fighting guy?
Nah, not really. I mean, nah. I'll catch the fights, and I'll throw a couple bets, just depending on how I'm feeling.
Did you hit on the parlay?
No, I didn't. I didn't make any parlays. I get into the parlay when college and NFL come through.
Okay.
That's when I started to really make my money. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I do watch some of the fights just to enjoy them. But no, I'm not really hip to that yet right now.
Okay. So you didn't even watch like the boxing match with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford by chance?
Nah,
Okay.
not this time around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I catch like some of the big name fights, but
See, that's why you got to go. If you live in an area where like there's like a lot of like sports bars, like especially if you live in Phoenix and you can get to Scottsdale, go to Scottsdale, bro. Hefe had every single fight on for free.
yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
They make it easy for you to go see the. Like, same with at most of the casinos, they make it easy for you to go to the casino
You
and
know what I'm
watch the
saying?
fight.
You yell at the screen. If your guy loses, you fight the other guy in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? You fight some random dude. It's just a good time. And Bud Crawford beat Errol Spence. I called it. I said
You
Bud
did.
is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Freaking Artie, did you watch any fights?
Bro, it's crazy. I was working on some stuff that I had to get done, and then my brother comes. He's like, "Hey, yo, the fight's on." I'm like, "Which one?" He's like, "Oh, it's the main card. It's the last fight, the UFC fight." I'm like, "Oh shit! All right, 1 second, bro." I literally in the second I'm closing my iPad up, I hear and I'm
Over.
like, no fucking shot. I
It
missed
happens
that
just
shit.
like that.
I came out, the dude's already knocked, bro. I'm like, damn. All right, well.
That's the crazy thing with the UFC, bro. That shit can end like that.
True, but you right though. Some of the best experiences of watching a fight been out in Old Town. Like to me, it's fun. It's just a fun experience. People, everybody's around, everybody's hyped up. People drinking. You got people. I feel like people are actually really good sports about it, even if they don't if they're not on the same side, they be looking at each other, messing with each other and shit. It's fun.
Some people get mad though, bro, because if you have like that 8 leg, and you on the last one, right? You on the last one. All you need is for some dude to win, and he gets his ass knocked down in the second round. You big mad.
Do you remember when Faison missed that like parlay on the Super Bowl? And we was in Old Town, and he was like sad for the rest of the night. You know why he's sad? Because he lost out on like 20 bands.
Damn.
He would have made like 20K or something like that, bro. He was hurting, bro. Like
he should have cashed out. They probably gave him that. Like there was a couple of parlays where I was like, yo, I have the option to cash out. Like I bet maybe like $10.
Yeah.
And it was like a long shot parlay, and I'm like, listen, I can cash out 1,000. And my dumb ass didn't cash out because you're like
that happened to me
that
before,
1,000
too.
to then that 10,000. You're like, that's a big jump.
It's hard to be reasonable, bro. It's like you in it and like you're right there. Like I had back during when I was betting during the NBA season, I had like a 16-leg parlay. All right, and I just bet on what teams to win. It was like a big ass basketball night. I hit on 15 out of 16.
It'd be like that.
The last one.
Yep.
All right.
Bruh.
All right. I'm not good at parlays, man.
I mean, it sounds like you're pretty good. You just should have
I'm not good enough.
pulled out.
I don't know
Rein
when
it
to.
in.
I don't know when to pull out.
There you go. See, there you
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting it. RC, when's the last time you hit a parlay, big dog?
A parlay. So in the last basketball season, when the Suns was going in this direction, and I was just losing games, I literally just took all the betting apps off my phone and said, "Fuck this."
There you go.
So it's been a minute.
That's a good.
It's been a minute, but it's been a minute since
discipline.
I even placed one. So
Well, if any betting website or sports book needs some more advertisement, hit your boys up. You know what I'm saying? Put
Let's
your name
go.
like right there. Put it like right.
Give me
there.
some free
Like, yeah.
bets. Give me some
Yeah.
free bets.
Free bets. All right.
Yeah, DraftKings, hit me up.
Hey,
real.
shit, man, parlay us all into that. Okay,
Yeah.
Speaking of parlays, last hot cue we have for today. So quick health update on LeBron James's oldest son, Bronny James, who was seen out with the family, looking good, out of the hospital, looking healthy, playing the piano again. You know, if you don't know, Bronny had a scary heart episode when he was at practice because now he plays for USC. And he literally had cardiac arrest. Had to
That's
go.
crazy.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think that
I mean,
came from?
I don't know. They didn't give much details. Hopefully, it's more of like you never want it to be something where it's like something serious. I'm hoping like maybe he was a little ill.
Yeah.
You know, like dehydrated, very sick. And he was still trying to practice, and then just didn't go his way. But he's back to normal. Hopefully, it's not something to have a big issue later on in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just happy to see that he's up, he's back, he's healthy, or moving in the right direction at least.
Yeah, no, you would never wish for anybody for anything like that, whether it's DeMar Hamlin or whether it's anybody else, just to have any type of heart condition. And I know a lot of people, they think he's an athlete. How can this happen to him? Hey, man, we're all
This can't be-
humans.
yeah, this can't be anyone.
We are all humans, and we don't know. We can only go off of feeling about what's going on in our bodies. And just because you're in shape and you work out, Bronny probably works out 7 days a week, and your dad is one of the most insane athletes to ever walk on earth. So you have a lot of his genes and DNA within you. Anybody thinks you're untouchable, but that shit just happens.
I think for cardiac arrest, I mean, that means your heart stopped. That's pretty damn dire. That's pretty damn serious. But I think that people need to just be more patient and try to really see what it is. It could be something hereditary. It could be, it could be all kinds of things. Because I know, some people I know, very conservative people, straight up it's the jab. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
But I'm I'm not gonna say I don't know if it is or isn't. But I'm saying I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and think that I know just because of any kind of conspiracies and shit like that. I'm just like, well, let's wait and let's see if we get more information. And if we don't get more information, then we can't really assume. We can just shit.
But I'm tired of that though, bro.
People.
I'm tired of the whole, if you got the vaccine, then look, could it possibly be shit? We don't know all the side effects that come with what happened during the pandemic. But also, shit has also happened before the pandemic. It's not like nobody ever died young or had cardiac arrest or any type of health condition before people had to get a vaccination. We've been getting vaccines our whole life, whether it's from polio or types of shit. So
Right.
And I think, no, you're right. I mean, because, a lot of people will judge you too off of if you got the vaccine or didn't get the vaccine. And I'm just like, listen, at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to make their own decisions. It's just like you wanting to drive or not wanting to drive. That's your own decision. That's your own choice. But like, we've been, like you said, we've been taking vaccines. We've been putting, like, I tell people this. I said, look, you think putting a vaccine is bad on your body? Why don't you do some research about United States and a history about our food? Because that's the number one problem right now. You go ahead and do a study about that and then come talk to me. Because I went to Italy with my family. This was like years ago.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned when I got back was, well, not when I got back, but later on in life, I was like, people were telling me, like, listen, in Europe or other countries, the ingredients, the stuff they put in food, you know, you can eat like a king and not feel any of the side effects or any, like, you know, when we eat certain food, fast food, we like, tired, sluggish.
Yeah.
Sometimes those people are eating, you know, spaghetti or pasta or whatever it may be, and they're just full of energy, joy, can drink more, drinking the highest quality of stuff at the lowest price, you know what I mean? But we're over here drinking the shittiest stuff at the highest price with the lowest fucking quality.
Yeah.
So it's just like, for example, one thing I learned since I moved to Phoenix is I don't drink Casamigos or I don't drink that type of tequila anymore because that's the worst type of tequila. You know what I mean? In terms of what you see, it sound good, you know what I mean? And it's expensive. But I found, you know, more tequila that's more authentic, straight from Mexico, that's cleaner, more pure, 100% agave, or it's just, it is just so pure to the point where it's like, holy shit, I've been missing. I've been steered wrong the whole way. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I had some. I can't think of the name of it, but you know, my cousin Nick always be putting you on to some like new shit. Right. He's like, I got this from, you know, a Guatemalan lady under her bridge. But like that tequila was like as good as 1942, but he's like, but the price point was like a third.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
It's a tequila that I drink. I think it's called La Grande. I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
El Gran Santo on the mantle.
Shit, nah. But you sound like Jay-Z there.
I mean, that was the bar. Shout out to World Wide West. Don't copyright us, please.
But I to this day, that the bottle, I'll probably get y'all so y'all can try some.
Hey.
But it's inexpensive. But when I say it's smooth, it's so I could sip on that, and I could sip on a reposado and just enjoy my night, and no hangover, no nothing. Next day, and tequila made me feel a type of way.
Casa, bruh, man.
Casamigo is trash. That's just
Oh my god! I overdid it last week, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I've been trying to. Yeah, freaking got done DJing. See, that's the one thing about being a DJ real quick that's like a gift and a curse. It's cool because people want to buy you drinks, but it's terrible because people want to buy you drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't drink, then you're the asshole. Like hey, I'm trying to take a break. Okay, all right. Like
whatever, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gonna make me drink by myself? Like, damn, bro, I don't want to be that guy. And next thing you know, I'm over here fighting my demons in the bathroom because I wanted to be cool.
He's like, I'm working, motherfucker. I'm
We
working.
should-
But see, the other shitty thing is, I DJ better when I'm like tipsy or whatever.
No,
Right?
you when he get in this mode, I've been there. You get in this little mode. Like I think I don't know how many drinks it is or what percentage like your alcohol bar has. To
3
be at,
drinks.
but that three drinks,
shots.
and all of a sudden, some. I don't know
Maybe
what it
more.
is. Something just starts
We
sounding
may
different.
have to do a whole podcast weekend, just get a whole section for just podcasters, and just be like,
Hey, that'd be crazy.
Get some road mics. Oh no, we gonna incriminate
do a whole episode at the club with headphones. Be like, it's loud in here, but we gonna talk our shit and get fucked up. That'd be
That's
kind of
crazy.
fire.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
But no. I was gonna say about that whole. My bad. Because opening up that vaccine can of worms is a deep
It's
so many.
I stay away from it. That's just me personally. Like, I don't get into conversations over conspiracies. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I had one lady was like, oh, did you know about the aliens? I was like, ma'am, I'm just trying to get my groceries in. I hope you have a blessed day. I knew aliens lived here since the day I was born. Motherfucker, I'm an alien. Let me go.
I mean, that's kind of true though. Like,
You can start saying
like
that now.
aliens is like cool. Like aliens are here, but my bill's still due. On the
$100.
first.
Oh, aliens! Oh, rent is free? Nah, motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna need that $1,700 on the first. You
Now
know
I
what
got
mean?
a bone to pick actually with you aliens. Now that I think about it, right? Think about this, aliens.
Uh-oh.
All right, and if you're really here now, somebody need to come out and explain this. Is Where was y'all motherfuckers when we was enslaved for 400 years? Huh? Where was y'all when the black folks
Harriet
was enslaved?
Tubman was an alien. That's how she knew how to
Hey,
do it.
hey,
That's how she
for
knew how to
y'all's
read the
sake.
stars.
Oh,
I hope
my
so.
gosh. RC's like, y'all some idiots.
Nah, I'm
Come
right.
on,
I'm,
man.
shit, I'm right there with y'all.
Now
No,
I'm thinking.
I mean,
Just let it happen.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
I'm with Artie. Where the hell was the aliens when we was in chains and bondage and shit?
Yeah.
Where was
Let
y'all
me.
at?
I better find out that the story was.
Aliens on
Oh
white.
man, my great grand alien uncle helped Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's what
all
y'all
right.
better say.
Okay.
But they probably too smart. They probably
We're
already
gonna
know
have our
everything.
sci-fi talk probably the
Yeah.
next episode, but that was hot cues. Round of applause for hot cues. Because yeah, we do got to touch on literally the government saying aliens are real and nobody ever really gave a shit.
Yeah, nobody did.
Nobody give a damn. Speaking about outer space and world expectations here, our last topic of the day is going to be Travis Scott's new album Utopia. Just came out last Thursday at midnight, so a week from now, by the time this episode airs. A lot of mixed reviews, but people are calling it. What I'm saying mostly is what I've been seeing. Dimitri, don't you look at me like that? Is people have been calling it mid, man. It's just,
I didn't hear mid.
what'd you hear, RC?
I heard a lot of people like it. Honestly,
I've been seeing a lot of mid. Now people are trolls on Twitter or X or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is now, but
my only problem with the album was my expectation. I had a certain expectation based off of his last album, based off of Astro World and how everything went. So I had an expectation going into it, but then once I readjusted my expectation and just took the album for what it was, I thought it was really good.
see, for me, man, it's hard because Travis set the bar really high for Astro World. Like, I mean, Astro World when that came out in 2018, I wasn't the biggest Travis fan, and we kind of talked about this before we started shooting the episode. That album to me was a 9.5, 9.6 out of 10. Astro World was.
Astroworld was
The flow, the features were all very timely. Like, this man put Nav on a song in like the last 15 seconds with the quietest verse I've ever heard. Shit was still fire. Amazing.
Nav was recording in the basement.
Yeah, had Nav recording outside the studio, real quick, outside the house. Travis Scott put on Don Toliver that album. That was the first time I think anybody's ever really heard Don Toliver.
Oh, he did.
And that shit went insane. And then of course the
What song was that?
it's called Can't Say.
Okay.
Yeah. That whole album was fucking insane.
Yeah, no, listen, that album was fire.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard and what people are saying, you know, I've heard a lot of people think it's really good. It's Travis never really been my thing, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm not gonna speak on something that's not necessarily my thing.
Yeah.
But you know, do I give him respect and props to the album? 100%. You know what I mean? Because you know he's in the business of making music and he's making damn good music because people keep buying it.
Yeah, people buy it. Well, is it people buying it or is it really the streams nowadays?
Or streams, yeah.
I want to say this real quick. I want to give a big apology to somebody. I want to apologize, and we're going to do this as a new segment coming soon. I want to give a big apology to Drake. And I want to apologize to Drake because of this. Listen, hear me out. Like, look, all these other albums that have been hyped all damn year, right? The Pink Tape, Utopia, all this shit. Drake could drop his version of a mid album, like CLB was his version. I go back, I listen to it today. That album's actually fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Like-
I think the only mid album, not mid, because I'm not. None of Drake's shit to me is mid, but I think the only album that threw me off was.
Honestly, never mind.
The like
'Cause
the
what the
more
fuck was
house.
that? That's
the
what I
house-
thought you was
Yeah,
asking.
yeah. The more,
That album was
that
amazing,
Honestly
too.
Never Mind?
I think so. Yeah.
RC,
Damn.
come on, bro. Yeah. Give me your
I
opinion.
wasn't. Look, see, I always get misconstrued what I'm saying too. I love Drake.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
But-
I didn't love Honestly Nevermind. I didn't love it.
Go back and listen to it. Go hear me
All
out.
right. I will.
All I'm saying
Yeah,
is
no, yeah. I just wanted to confirm, but honestly, never mind. Was not. So at first, when I listened to it, I literally was like, "What the fuck is this, Drake?" Like in my head, I'm like, "Drake, you disappointed me, right?" And then I listened to it more and more and more, and then I went to Tulum and I also listened to it more and more, and then all of a sudden, he really opened my eyes. We're like, "Wait a second, I never thought I was into house music."
Environment.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I started to become into not just his shit, but other people's shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, wait, I'm missing. I've been missing some shit
Okay.
here. Because I got a couple songs that like there's a song, I forget the artist, but I know the name. It's called Warm, right? And I kid you not, I listen to that I can listen to that one song at the gym whole time.
Wow.
That shit,
Wow.
but
And
it's
it's house?
not. It's. I'll play for y'all want to hear a little.
Well, now, I don't want to get copywritten, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, but you wouldn't get copyrighted as long as you say.
It's not ours. So.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
trust YouTube though, because we black. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Make a great point there.
But
No, I mean,
You do make a great point though.
just, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
But
okay?
no,
All right?
it don't open my eyes to like, okay, he's trying something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, but I hear what you're saying.
But that's why I wanted to apologize because Drake is the bar. All right? Drake is literally the bar. Dimitri, don't you look at me like that, man. All right, goddamn it. Drake's the bar.
Team on
okay,
skin.
and like whenever we think, oh, this artist is gonna drop a high quality album, like Uzi's coming with something crazy, or Travis Scott's coming with something crazy, or even Kendrick coming. There's only really a handful of artists in the game that really drop you big boy, high production quality albums, or big person albums, because there's women that do it too as well.
Yeah.
But it's like right now, there's like really only three that right now that are really dropping crazy quality. You stop what you're doing and you listen to what it is albums. And that's Drake, that's Kendrick, and that's still Kanye right now.
Now I would say this, and I don't think he's dropped a recent album yet, but DJ Khaled, Khaled's last album. He brought so many motherfuckers on that thing, but some of his so far lately, his stuff has just been hitting for me. You know what I mean? It just some of the mixtures that he's just been doing have been hitting for me. That's just me personally. You know what I mean?
I love Khaled's album.
Yeah,
Father of Assad, Major Key, all of Khaled's albums have hit for me.
100%. You know what I mean? So he's hitting right now for me. Obviously, Drake's doing his thing. You know, I'm on this British thing, eh? You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'm on that spectrum right now.
Is that right, bro? Give it to him, Marty.
Man's on the British things here.
Listen, the British things for me, mate, is something crazy.
So you talking about my dog Sense? You talking about Central C? You talking about Dave?
Dave, it's another artist.
That's crazy. Your name is just Dave. and
Yo,
you just-
that's what I meant to ask you. Did you watch Top Boy? On
Oh,
Netflix?
yeah.
Or was is that on-
Blood Clot, eh?
Bro.
Yeah, bro. That's
Fire.
Top
Dimitri,
Boy,
you
eh?
watched it?
That's my favorite show.
hit the
Bro,
bomb, then
Top
Dimitri.
Boy is incredible. Just his anything. There we-
Oh my gosh.
So like, there's an artist that I got from Top Boy called I think his name's Patter Paper. I think that's his name, Patter Paper. But listen, I'm pretty sure he's a white dude. Fire. He has a song
Okay.
called White Ash. Oh my.
Okay.
God. But like, I've been on that spectrum because I'm like, listen, I'm trying to hear different music, and the British rap is
Nice.
getting me there. And I've learned a lot of it from Top Boy. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, listen, that's why I like shows, TVs, and movies. Is because not only does it show you, cinematography, but then it also branches you out to different music, different spectrums. And I'm just like, y'all ain't never heard this shit before.
Cause that's like a peek into like another culture. Like when you watch the
Yeah.
Top Boy, it's based in a whole other country and they have their own slang,
100%.
their own vibes and stuff like
100%.
that.
and they just drop you in the middle of the culture, and then you just have to pick up certain things and figure out what P's are, and just
If you
like-
want your peas.
It's crazy though. It's dope. And like coming from me and my family were from a different country. You know what I mean? And coming from Trinidad and Tobago, where we either immigrant to the UK or somewhere in Africa or the United States, it's crazy to see like, there's so much more. There's so much different culture. I never been into Indian rap, bro. Burna Boy did a song with somebody, and he was an Indian rapper. Probably fire. Fire.
You know what, bro? Ever
Nice.
since, because when I DJ at the clubs, we get a lot of people from Indian cultures to come out, and they want to hear Sidhu Walla Moose.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like AP Dylan and stuff like that. So like I had to like get that shit. I had to download it, and I have to play some Indian rap. Some of that shit do slap though.
That
bro.
shit be hit like
that
when-
song Chauffeur with Tory Lanez and stuff
When
like
you
that.
hear that shit, like I think at one time we was at the club and you play something,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, this shit. I feel like I'm in India right now, and that shit's fire.
Yeah, but see, a lot of women, either they love it or they're like, "What is this? I can't."
But you also have to understand where we are. You know what I mean? Where we live. You know what I mean? We're in Scottsdale, Arizona, where all they want to hear is either Drake, Travis Scott. but there's other music. Like,
Yeah.
like what I think you should add to your repertoire is Burna Boy's fire. You know what I mean, you probably already have some, but like some of his and Where's the Kid, you know, you Stormzy, you mix some of that shit up. That shit is just fire. You know what I mean?
I always wanted you, Aaron, personally, to just get real kind of creative with some of your mixes and just unapologetically throw them bitches out there. Like just some real crazy like mixing two
like out of
things
the
that
box shit.
yeah, that people would be like, yo, what the fuck? And like, of course, you know, you gotta play crowd service most of the night.
Yeah.
But just like even during a hype point where you know you got the crowd hype, like if you see the hypeness active, be like, fuck it, this is when I'm gonna throw my shit in. And cause I think
And I feel like that's what makes the difference in a good DJ to a great DJ is they don't really apologize for what they
and
do.
See, I think you're absolutely right. And like I'm at a point now where I am trying to take more risks. Like the other day, RC was with me at Hefe, and I played this Shrek.
Cardi
well,
joint,
and not,
yeah.
well, yeah, it wasn't Shrek, but it's from Shrek, but it's
song
by Smash Mouth. You know, like that, like, and I saw her face type shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I found this edit off TikTok and I had to steal it. I didn't create it. I had to steal it, and it's like, and I saw her face, and boom, and it just drops right into a Playboy Cardi song.
It was
Oh
good.
shit!
Shit went kind of crazy.
nah, it went
Yeah, that shit
went
went
off.
kind of crazy. So, Artie, you're absolutely right. I did. Yeah, last night when I DJ on Sunday, I did peaches and eggplants into Round of Applause because none of my bros were like, yo, you got to put that shit together. So yeah, man, I'm trying to find ways to do it. But the biggest thing that DJs got to do is you got to be clean. If you're gonna make risk and you're gonna do Miley Cyrus with Blueface and try to find a way to combine that shit, if it's not clean and they can hear you kind of like doing it on the fly, if you're not cold enough with it, they're gonna lose attention and not give a fuck about what else you gotta play.
But that's exactly why I trust you to do it, because I know how good you actually are. I know how like legitimately like, bro, I was there when you was sitting there just putting in work on the freaking ones and twos at the crib for a long time. Like I know you actually take it serious and you treat it like an art form. That's why I'm saying with you, I don't think you should ever even worry about like I think at this point you know well enough how to keep the crowd hype, but then also I want you to now it's like when mastery turns into art.
Yeah.
It's like at this point you got it mastered, bro. You can get it turned up. You know that. But like now to separate yourself, you have to do something different because you're doing everything right now. But now it's time for you to do the thing that doesn't make sense almost.
So let me say this. First of all, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the kind words, man. I love you,
just
dog.
saying.
I
believe in you.
I might be starting to drop. I'm not even might. I'm gonna start dropping mixes again. Like I finally set up my guest room. I got like 2 fake ass plants from Target in there, so it looks cool with the ambience. Don't ask me how much they cost. I spent way too goddamn much to Target. But yeah, I'm gonna start recording mixes again, and on those mixes, I'm gonna really dive into sounds that I really fuck with. Because in the club, 90% of the time, I'm not playing songs that I really want to play. I'm playing what I know is gonna work.
Right.
But of course, I want to be able to play more WizKid and Ampiano songs, like that Afro beat shit that's really coming up. So I'm gonna do that. Let me know in the chat if y'all want to hear some mixes that I'm gonna start working on and stuff like that of different sounds and different cultures, and we're gonna get something done soon. But
I want to hear it. I'm here.
Okay, well then put it in the chat.
I will put it in the chat, but I'm going to tell you right now.
All right. Well,
Right
hey,
here.
yo.
I want to hear it.
I think that's episode 28, man. Yeah, round of applause one more time.
Wait, you didn't ask me about the album, man.
Did you listen to Utopia?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's why you sitting over there, but you just like Giovanni. Y'all never listen to shit. Y'all never watch shit.
I know, my
y'all
bad,
just be
bro.
existing and coloring and doing art.
Just be doing,
and creating
doing
stuff.
art and shit, man. My bad, dog.
No,
I'll probably listen to it.
Thank
though.
you again to our special guest, my dog Mike Taylor,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Once again, you super cool dude.
Appreciate it.
Hey, yo, let
appreciate
them
it.
know how they can find you, bro. And plug your podcast.
You know, check us out on all my socials are MKTAYLOR123. I have another TikTok that's also MKTAY456. And then obviously you can find us on the podcast with What an Actual Fuck Podcast. That's on all platforms. And then you can also follow Aubrey on Ruby Red. You can just search up Ruby Red. It's the first one that's going to come up to you. Follow her on all platforms. And yeah, man, just tune into the show. We drop a new episode every Tuesday. We got another one dropping tomorrow. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got you.
Nice.
This episode's actually going to air on Thursday, but yeah, you know, so that's cool. Yeah. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I know it's weird. I have to train myself a lot to be like, all right, yo, this isn't happening now. This is happening in a few days.
Oh, yeah.
But no, hey, support our dog, Mike, and support Aubrey, too. We're going to have to get her on the show eventually, too.
Yeah, she'll probably you just let us know and she'll jump on here. You know how she is. Famous, you know what I mean?
That's going to be high. I know, right? Goddamn. She plugging everything. She has all the advertisements. She balling.
Yeah.
RC, how can they find you, big dog?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG.
There you go.
Yep.
Artie Reeves, hit me up on Instagram. That's ARDYREAPZ. And I'm also still on TikTok. I don't know what to do with my TikTok right now, but I'm trying to.
I mean, you still post it.
I know, but in
What? Are you going to sell it?
no, I'm just trying to think of like what direction I want to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
So no more Korean K-pop reviews?
No, I haven't done that in a long time.
Well, maybe bring that
Maybe you
back.
need to get back on that.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm low key thinking about starting another another TikTok for like cinematography reviews and food reviews. But I really wanted to do like not a podcast, but like a short clip where I'm watching the trailer and literally I just want people to watch my reactions because my reactions be so genuine. But I've been looking to do that with someone that really enjoys like Aubrey. I can't do that with her because she doesn't. Movies ain't her thing.
Yeah.
So I've been looking to like start something there because that's a big niche. Because people just, I enjoy watching other people's reactions.
Yeah.
And even though I've seen the trailer so many times, it brings me joy to be like, listen, they enjoyed it just like how I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I'm trying to find that other partner to kind of do that and branch off.
I mean, that's actually genius, bro. I'm big into video games. We're all big into video games and movies, and I love seeing trailers like the new Mortal Kombat video game trailer that just dropped. Things like I'm big into that, so you might be onto something.
Yeah, that's something that I definitely want to tap into because it's a gold mine, but then it's not you making long stuff. It's just short clips, post short clip, and you could do like say 10 of those in 30 minutes.
See,
Right.
Working smarter, not harder. Yo, shout out to the whole content team in the building too. Shout out to my boy Dimitri again. You know what I'm saying? Chewy, love you, dog. Cisco, love you, dog, man. You pulled up in the building as well. Once again, that we do have a recap video from game night coming out soon, so y'all can see all the wins that I got that night. Once again, didn't lose. And man, we appreciate everybody, man. Follow us on Instagram. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts as well. Run up our YouTube. We need more subscribers, baby. Get us to 150. Get us to 150. That's the next benchmark. Okay, we're so close. Hey, once again, I'm your boy DJ Aaron Michael. We love y'all. The Queued Up Podcast. Peace out.
Hoo-ah!